Hey, what's going on, Anthony? Thanks for that response. Really thoughtful response. Um, I guess I'll start at the beginning. I took some notes. Um, as far as the synchronization between gross and subtle bodies, or between our interior experience and the external world, being suppression of the gross senses rather than a synchronization. Um, I suppose that is possible, but I guess for maybe only aesthetic reasons, I kind of like expressing this as a synchronization, because I don't want to um, discount the importance of the gross senses. Um, you know, we line these up, gross, subtle, causal, as though the gross senses are somehow less valuable, less important. And while if we only pay attention to the gross senses, then that may be true, but um, the subtle mental realm and the causal spiritual realm, they all sort of depend on one another. You can't reach the subtle realm without having fully embodied and understood your senses, your gross senses, I think. So um, I prefer to think of it as a synchronization, but you know, as I said, it could be purely for aesthetic reasons. But I appreciate you bringing up that point. Um, is all seemingly creative or innovative thought uh, a revelation of truth? Well, not necessarily, but it all depends what we mean by truth. You seem to recognize that we live in this unbounded universe that's constantly evolving and developing, such that as our consciousness comes to know more about it, the potential of the universe has already increased. So it's always outrunning our attempt to know it. So in that sense, we can never really know the truth. Um, but if we don't think of truth as sort of this correspondence between an idea and reality, which is sort of a more, it's the correspondence theory of truth. It's the most, reductionistic way of thinking about it, in my opinion. If we don't think of it that way, but rather, um, in the spirit of W.B. Yeats, who I quote on my homepage, my channel page, he says that man can embody the truth, but he cannot know it. So if we understand truth in terms of something that we act, that we reveal in the process of our own becoming as the universe itself, then when we make a mathematical discovery, say, it's not out of this egoic desire to be the first to have understood this new truth. More so, we in that moment are the universe in the process of discovering and realizing itself. Um, in a sense, human beings or whatever other intelligent life exists throughout the universe is uh, an arm of the universe. It is a further development of, the same process of expansion from the Big Bang until this moment. And so when we discover a truth, or when we embody a truth, we are the universe embodying that truth. Um, and I think when the ego does get in the way, um, then we run the risk of having a creative idea that isn't necessarily true, because it's only true from our narrow egoic perspective. Um, but I'll keep this short. Definitely appreciate your response, and let me know what you thought of what I had to say. So have a good night, man.